In the summer of 1916, a series of deadly shark attacks would unleash humanity's darkest revenge on the ocean's apex predators. During the scorching summer of 1916, the Jersey Shore transformed from a paradise of leisure into a nightmare that would forever change our relationship with the sea. The first victim was Charles Vansant, a 25-year-old vacationer who was attacked just yards from the shore. As beachgoers watched in horror, the water turned crimson, but this was just the beginning. 5 days later, Charles Bruder, a Swiss Bell captain, met the same fate. His body was found mutilated, both legs severed. The terror escalated when a third attack occurred in Matawan Creek, miles inland from the ocean. Young Lester Stillwell, just 11 years old, was dragged beneath the surface while swimming with friends. Stanley Fisher, who attempted to rescue him, became the fourth victim. President Woodrow Wilson held emergency meetings about the shark crisis. Newspapers dubbed it the Jersey Man-Eater, and coastal communities erected metal nets around swimming areas. But what followed would become one of the darkest chapters in marine history. A massive bounty was placed on sharks, any sharks. The public's thirst for vengeance knew no bounds. Fishermen armed with dynamite began indiscriminately bombing the waters. Hundreds of boats set out daily, turning the Atlantic coast into a killing field. The massacre wasn't limited to suspected man-eaters. Nurse sharks, basking sharks, even dolphins fell victim to the bloodlust. Within weeks, thousands of marine creatures were slaughtered. Beaches became graveyards, littered with rotting carcasses. The stench of death carried for miles. Local fishermen reported seeing entire schools of sharks floating lifeless on the surface, their bodies riddled with bullet holes or split open by explosives. The environmental impact was catastrophic. The wholesale slaughter disrupted the entire marine ecosystem. Fish populations exploded without their natural predators, leading to the collapse of smaller species they fed upon. Perhaps the greatest irony? Marine biologists now believe all 5 attacks were likely the work of a single great white or bull shark. The killing of thousands of innocent creatures did nothing to prevent future incidents. Instead, it marked the beginning of humanity's irrational war against sharks, a prejudice that would later be amplified by films like Jaws. The summer of 1916 revealed how quickly fear could transform civilized society into an instrument of mindless destruction. The mass killing of sharks along the eastern seaboard stands as a testament to humanity's capacity for excessive retaliation. Today, the Jersey Shore has recovered, but the ocean remembers. Shark populations took decades to rebound, and some species never returned to their former numbers. This forgotten massacre serves as a grim warning about the consequences of allowing fear to dictate our actions, and how nature often bears the brutal cost of human hysteria.